Ashley from Notjustboxing here with Inder Bassi. How you doing, Inder?
All good, thank you. Nice to meet you, mate.
Good, nice to meet you finally. So obviously you're fighting for the English title on Saturday night in a 50-50 fight. How are you feeling going into this?
Yeah, I'm excited, I'm ready. Couldn't have asked for better preparation. So now it's all just remains to be seen on Saturday.
So I saw you boxing only not even 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
So you're active, you know.
Yeah.
That's obviously a big plus going into this. Do you think that's going to help you on the night?
Yeah, definitely. Listen, all the little variables, I'm taller, I'm this, or he's this, or he's that, or they're all leading up to Saturday, and you'll see the best version of me. Biggest fight of my life, biggest stage of my life, and I'm not just here to make up numbers. You know what I mean? I'm here to cement myself and make a statement.
Brilliant. So I was chatting to Sean, and he said his credits. You said you've got a good jab, and he knows it's going to be a very tough fight. What do you think of Sean Notes?
Yeah, exactly, man. The same. Listen, respect to him for taking the fight. He's a dangerous opponent, but the best man win on the night. And like I said, I'm confident in myself, confident in my ability. So just remains to be seen now.
Yeah, so there's a lot of fighters out there, up and coming, that struggle to sell tickets. They haven't really got a fan base. You've got a big fan base. You've got a lot of people behind you. Have you got any advice to anyone that's listening that is trying to do that? Because it's so hard when you're in the gym all the time. It's so hard to balance.
It's very hard. I'm lucky I've got a good family, you know, my community as well, they support me. As for advice, honestly, sometimes you have to put yourself out there in the sense that, for example, my third fight was a 50-50 fight. I didn't have to take it. It was in lockdown. I lost to Jack Mine. You know, I was at light middle, weight above. But that kind of put me out there a lot in the sense that, I learned a lot about myself as a fighter. If I could do anything to change that loss, I would. I would change that loss. But what that taught me about myself and as an individual, fighting with a broken nose for 4 rounds and a cut eye, it taught me a lot. So when you take big fights, 50-50 fights, you put yourself out, that's our job. You know, you're putting yourself out there and people recognise you and they respect what you're doing. You slowly sell tickets and you know, you attract the crowd fundamentally, you know what I mean? So like the advice, just listen, fight, do the job, man. Like, a lot of boxing nowadays don't want to fight, they'd rather make loads of Instagram reels or post on Instagram and do all that kind of stuff. At the end of the day, our job is to fight. And when you do your job properly, people want to watch and support.
Yeah, and Jack Martin, he's a very good opponent. I've seen him box multiple times.
Very good.
So to have that, it was very early in your career too, to take that fight when some people are fighting journeyman until 15, 20 fights, that obviously does help a lot, doesn't it?
Definitely, mate. Listen, like I said, that was the weight above. That fight was the weight above. I broke my nose in the second round from a headbutt, and then obviously I got a cut eye. And I still boxed the remaining 6 rounds with a broken nose, and that's the first time I ever and the way above. So, like I said, it taught a lot about myself and what I want to, if I want it, not if, but as in if I actually want it, because everyone says they want it until the going gets tough. So it was an eye opener for myself, and it's an experience that no journeyman can necessarily give me.
Yeah, so I did a podcast with Alfie Winter before he boxed you.
Oh, yeah.
He was very confident going into it. That was billed as a 50-50 as well. Actually, I think he might have been the favourite.
He was a favourite,
going into it.
Yeah.
And obviously you had a great job on him there.
Yeah.
You showed what you're made of. I think he said there was a headbutt, but regardless of the headbutt, the knockout
I mean, if
was
you
with
actually
the punch.
watch the fight, he can say whatever he wants, but if you watch the fight, the first punch that I cut his face with was a jab. The fight's on YouTube. You don't have to look at it very far. The first, and you can see it clearly on YouTube, the first punch that I damaged him with was a jab. It was a big jab and his head rocked back and it cut his eye from there. And then from there on he's saying I headbutted him, but I've already hurt him. I had dropped him with a jab twice before. Once he got a count and once he stumbled, both from a jab. So I've cut him and he's dropped him with a jab and he stumbled with a jab. What more does he want? Would you want me to pick him up, throw him out the ring or something? But listen, like I said, that's in the past. All roads lead to Saturday, and this Saturday is all I'm focused on.
So when you look back on your career in many years to come, what is it that you want to achieve?
As much as I can. Listen, people set their limits on a British title or European world. I want to do as much as I can. Win as many belts, earn as much money as I can, all of that stuff. I want to do all of that stuff as much as I can. Listen, I'm not going to say if I win a British title tomorrow, I'll stop boxing now. I'm going to keep going until I'm ready to stop and until I feel like I can call it a day. I'm going to keep going, and honestly, whatever comes my way every day is like a victory for myself. You know, boxing humbles you and teaches you a lot. But every day when you wake up and these little things, this is a victory for me today. From boxing on small shows to boxing here on a Frank Warren and Derek Chisora undercard, this is a victory for myself. It might not mean anything to anybody else, but for myself, it's a victory. So I won today, and I'll win every day, and Saturday is no different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
To be able to box at the O2 Arena,
Mate, it's
being on a big card of the year.
I was talking to my friend there. We used to go to school together, yeah. And we used to talk about Derek Chisora, like not knowing I'd box on his show in 10 years' time. You know what I mean? Like when I think he spat water at Klitschko and David Haye had a little tussle with, and now I'm boxing on his undercard. You know what I mean? But life, you never know where life takes us. So I don't know where I'm going to be in 10 years' time. I might even be dead. Who knows? But I'm going to enjoy every day as it comes. I mean, honestly, like I thank God for this life. Doing this interview, you know what I mean? People even asking me to do an interview. Like, who would have thought a little kid from Ilford would be doing these things? So it's a victory every day, man, honestly.
Brilliant. Have you got any messages to your fans?
No, honestly, just thank you guys. Over 300 tickets done, you know what I mean? I couldn't do it without you people. The love means so much to me, the support. It goes beyond, above and beyond what I could actually ever imagine and ask for. So thank you guys and for always supporting. And I'll catch you guys on the other side.
So lastly, what is your prediction on Saturday night?
I want to say, like, listen, if you asked me would I knock out people, I probably would have said no in the first round. So I don't know. But I know I'm going to win. I've trained too hard. I've dedicated my life to this. So I'm going to win. I can't tell you how, when, what. I'm going to win.
All the best.
Thank you very much.
My name is Dennis McCann, professional boxer for Frank Moore and MTK Global. This is Fortress Boxing. A lot more protection. It's a no-brainer. Around your thumbs, around your knuckles, around your wrist. That's exactly where I have the problems at. They're very compact, so I feel like I'm punching hard with them on as well. And I feel like when you got sparring 14, 16 ounce gloves, the smaller wraps can't really. They're too small for the gloves. That makes sense. So these are a bit bigger, and they're getting the gloves a bit more. They're making them more compact. 1, 2, hook. 1, 2, hook. Go.